What you are about to hear today may become the very moment after which you will no longer be able to look at your life the way you used to. You are here for a reason. Consciousness always brings us to the place where we are ready to change. While your body sleeps, a part of you remains active and incredibly receptive. The mind slows down as if retreating into silence, and the subconscious opens like a night flower, ready to receive your every intention, every emotion, every inner vision. When you fall asleep tonight, your brain will enter a state where familiar boundaries and limitations dissolve. In this state, the most ancient, the deepest structures of the mind become active. The ones that hold your programs, beliefs, and internal patterns. This is where your true potential is hidden, and you won't need to apply extraordinary effort. You won't need to fight for a new life. Struggle always pulls you back to the old. All you need is to allow your subconscious to hear a new language, a language that directly influences the areas of the brain where thoughts are created, emotions regulated, and habits formed. Imagine for a moment that what you have long desired has already happened. Not in the future, not someday, but now. Your brain does not distinguish imagination from reality. It reacts to inner images far more strongly than to external circumstances. And here is what truly matters. If you enter a certain state before sleep, a state where old programs weaken and the brain becomes plastic and receptive, you literally initiate the process of rewriting your inner reality. And then your outer life begins to change. Not because you are lucky, but because your neural networks are reorganizing. Your body receives a new emotional code, and your entire system begins to operate in alignment with your intention. If you allow yourself to go through this experience, you will see how powerful you have always been. Take a slow inhale, exhale, and allow yourself to be fully here. Not just hearing the words, letting them enter the space of your inner world. Because right now your reality is beginning to shift gently. And perhaps this shift will be much easier than you ever imagined. Here is what only a few truly know. For the subconscious, there is no difference between what you experience and what you imagine. To it, everything is real. And that is why the deepest changes happen at night, when you allow yourself to plant new seeds, new beliefs, new vibrations, new possibilities, abundance, health, love, success. All these codes begin to grow without resistance. When the mind rests and the inner world is open, the moment when your neural networks reorganize, your energetic field aligns, and your vibration begins to match the life that awaits you beyond old habits. And the most amazing part, you don't need to force anything. Just listen. Allow the words to sink deeper than memory. Let them become pulses of light that rewrite not only your thinking, but your state of being. Take a slow inhale, exhale, and remember, you're not your name, not your story, not your past decisions. You are an expression of the same force that creates galaxies, moves the tides, raises mountains, and ignites stars. You are consciousness capable of shaping reality. Within you lives the same power that pushes a seed through the soil, keeps galaxies in balance, and sustains the rhythm of the universe itself. And now you are beginning to remember this. You remember that you are not broken, not lost, and never have been alone. You have always been guided by the inner intelligence, the infinite wise energy that lives in you and through you. This intelligence knows what you need, knows the path, knows the timing, From this moment on, your energetic field aligns with the source. Everything that belongs to you by birthright, love, abundance, clarity, support, begins to flow to you freely, without resistance or delay. Today you remember, you are made for joy. You are made for abundance. You are made for wholeness and meaning. And this truth is activating right now. In every cell of your being, say to yourself silently, slowly, calmly, as if each word enters you, like a warm stream of light. Everything I desire is already moving toward me. I feel my body vibrating in harmony with the infinite support of the universe. My subconscious accepts this new reality as natural. My financial flow expands, reflecting my inner transformation. Money comes to me with love, naturally without struggle. Every thought I choose is a seed of light, expansion, and blessing. I give thanks for all that is, and all that is already on its way to me. Life cares for me. Life responds to me. Life guides me in the most precise way. I choose to act from confidence, not from fear, from fullness, not from lack, and even what I do not yet understand unfold to my favor. I am at peace. I am whole. I am ready to receive more of the good. The universe is preparing for me. Each night, listening to these words, I immerse my mind in a new state. My body learns a new energy. My subconscious creates a new map of reality. Every part of me knows the transformation has already begun. I accept, I thank, I allow. And when I share this state, abundance grows. I acknowledge my worth as a unique expression of consciousness. I accept myself completely, both light and shadow, knowing that everything within me is sacred. I love myself unconditionally, the way life loves, gently, patiently, unwaveringly, even in my most human, fragile, imperfect moments. I am enough. I have always been enough. I always will be. The voice within me, kind, wise, patient, never raises its tone. This is the voice of my soul. Today, I allow this voice to guide me forward, not toward old fears, doubts, or habits. I treat myself with the same tenderness as a child who is simply learning to live, to love, to make mistakes, to rise and try again. Every day, I discover new reasons to admire myself. I allow myself to be imperfect and still fully worthy of all good things. I'm a living masterpiece, constantly unfolding. The love I seek outside is born within me first. My presence is enough. I do not need to prove anything to anyone. I receive my emotions as messages. They are not enemies, not weaknesses, but wise signals of my inner truth. Being myself is my greatest gift. My worth does not depend on the opinions of others. It is born deep within, from the very structure of my soul. I deserve to feel good in the body that carries me through life. Today, I choose to live in it with love, not criticism. The energy of money responds to my inner clarity, gratitude, and calm confidence. Every decision I make from inner alignment brings blessings I could not have foreseen. The universe knows paths I cannot yet see. My income grows with every conscious step I take. Prosperity comes to me with ease, gently and generously. My mind resonates with the energy of worthiness and abundance. Money loves me because I use it mindfully, creatively, and with gratitude. I receive abundance with an open heart, without fear, without resistance, and it comes to me naturally. To prosper is not selfishness. It is the natural result of a mind aligned with the source and no longer resisting its true nature. My life is a living river of divine provision. It flows, supports, and guides me, even when I cannot see it. I am a magnet for relationships that nourish my soul. Relationships built on awareness, sincerity, respect, and deep interconnection. Love flows to me freely. Because I myself vibrate love, I am ready to share my life from fullness, not from emptiness, from confidence, not from fear of being abandoned. Every relationship that enters my life reveals something valuable to me, and I give thanks for it. I release with ease the connections that no longer support my evolution. I let go without struggle, without guilt, without resentment, because my soul knows that everything truly meant for me will never leave. The love I deserve also deserves me. It recognizes me by my vibration, by my intention, by my inner clarity. I honor my boundaries. I say yes only to what supports my wholeness, and this naturally improves the quality of all my relationships, with myself, with others, with life. With each passing day, I become even more open to the love that heals, expands, and fills life with meaning. And now, as the words no longer simply sound, but seem to dissolve into your breath, your body begins to understand what the mind does not always need explained. Every cell listens. Every cell remembers. You're not entering a new state. You are returning to the natural one, to the place where you don't need to prove, don't need to rush, don't need to earn the right to exist. With each inhale, your nervous system gently releases accumulated tension. With each exhale, the need to control fades. Control is the language of the past. Trust is the language of the reality. You are entering now, and when the mind begins to dissolve between thought and silence, you find yourself in a space where change happens on its own. There is no struggle here. There is alignment. Alignment with being alive. Alignment with feeling. Alignment with allowing life to move through you. And in this state, your subconscious begins to reorganize. The deepest patterns, those born from pain, from fear of rejection, from experiences of lack, from the need to survive. These programs are no longer needed. You have outgrown them. You have become larger than they are, and your inner intelligence releases them with gratitude. You may not even realize how exactly this is happening, and that is the beauty of the process, because the deepest changes are always quiet. Right now within you, a new sense of self is forming. Not an image, not a role, not a story, a presence in which you do not need to be someone else to be worthy of love, abundance, respect, support. You are already worthy. Let this knowing sink deeper than words. Feel how your heart beats, steady and calm, as if synchronizing with a wider rhythm of life. This rhythm has always been with you. You're simply hearing it again. And as you fall asleep, in this state, your body continues the work. The brain creates new connections. Emotions find new direction. Your energetic field begins to emit a different signal, a signal of wholeness. And life always responds to the signal, not because it must, but because this is the law of coherence. What you become within naturally reflects outward. And tomorrow, or in a few days, or in the most unexpected moment, you will notice your reactions are softer, your choices clearer, your opportunities closer, not as a miracle, but as the logical continuation of your inner shift. And now, your subconscious accepts the following truths as new foundations of reality. I am safe to be myself. I am safe to feel deeply. I am safe to grow. My worth does not diminish when I rest. My worth does not depend on constant tension. I allow myself to live in a slower, more conscious, more authentic rhythm. I trust the processes I cannot control because I feel they're working for me. And even if the path is not always clear to the mind, my body recognizes direction by the feeling of expansion, by the feeling of peace, by the feeling of an innerness. I choose to follow this feeling. From this moment on, I no longer ignore myself. I hear the signals of my body. I honor my boundaries. I allow myself to pause without guilt. Rest is not weakness, it is the language of wisdom. And when I rest, my energy restores. My inspiration returns. My intention becomes clearer. I no longer rush life. I allow it to unfold. Each day, I feel more clearly what truly matters to me. Not what is imposed, not what is expected, but what resonates as a quiet warmth within. And I choose to honor that resonance. Gradually, my life fills with people, opportunities, and events that match my inner state. I no longer need to hold on to what is leaving. I know that the space released is always filled with something more aligned. I allow myself to let go with gratitude. I do not cling to past versions of myself. I thank them for bringing me here. And now, I allow myself to be new, not perfect, alive, uncertain sometimes, confident, more and more, authentic always. My subconscious is learning to trust joy, just as it once trusted anxiety. I allow the good to be stable. I allow myself to get used to calm, to abundance, to love without drama. It is safe to live in harmony. You may now gently drift into sleep, knowing everything important has been heard, everything needed has been received, and everything else will unfold in its own time.